is so nice. So nice. Oh, we're coming up. We're coming up on it, everybody. Look at me working down on the gravel pit, moving rocks on a big dinosaur I sit. Hey everybody, Moto Chaos. I'm riding in beautiful sunny California this morning. It's a gorgeous morning out. I think we're getting close to the destination. This isn't going to be a normal moto vlog. I'm actually going to talk some history, so if that turns you off, click off the video now, hit dislike, go about your business. I'm riding to Coloma, California, which is what put California on the map, essentially. I'm new to the state. I don't know this stuff much either, which is why I'm doing this, to educate myself. So, let's start at the beginning. John Sutter was born in Germany, I forget what year. He grows up in Switzerland, even joins the Swiss Guard, the Swiss Army. Swiss Guard. This isn't Rome. Woo! Sharp turns. Oh, that's not that bad at all. Oh, that wasn't... Anyway, so... he then gets into trouble. He has a wife and kids. I think it was over mounting debts. And so they were going to throw him in jail, I think. So he skips country and wants to come to America, which he does. And he travels around a lot. I mean, he got to St. Louis. He even ended up in Honolulu at one point, but his goal was to come to California, which at the time was a Mexican territory. No. Yes, you have to wait for me. For me. Hate being behind cars, but whatever. So he gets to California, wants land. You can't have land unless you're a Mexican citizen. So he hangs around for a year, then becomes a Mexican citizen. The governor gives him a land grant of it was 47,000 acres, 48,000 acres around this present-day Sacramento area. He wants to build this giant agricultural empire, which is actually really smart. You can grow anything in this state. Any kind of fruit or vegetable pretty much can be grown here and is present day. So, ooh, I think the river is down there. Yes, I see water. He builds Sutter's Fort with the help of the Native Americans, and eventually the Mexican-American War breaks out. He then decides he needs to build a mill to produce wood to build his empire. So he builds a mill with the help of James Marshall. Ew, everybody's, I was like, if you're turning that way, it won't have cars. Oh, I'm getting, screw you. Actually, I don't want to go too fast here because I'm coming up on what I want to show you. So James Marshall is in charge of Sutter's Mill. He built along the river, along the American River over here. And, he gets a small salary plus a portion of the wood produced. That's what James gets. So one day he's inspecting the tail race of the mill and notices something glimmering. And there's different accounts of this. Other accounts say that one of the other workers' boys was playing in the water and he discovered the flecks of gold. Whatever. So, trying to find it. It's coming up. A lot of tourists here today. Let's downshift. So they discover gold. He shows John Sutter this gold. He's like, hey, there's gold. And they look it up in the dictionary and perform some quick tests on it. They pound it out. They dunk it in lye. And they eventually find out it's 23 carats. Almost 96% pure gold. And of course, John, being stupid, is like, I want to keep this facts to myself. Oh, didn't realize I could get this close. And that's it right there. That's actually the replica of Sutter's Mill. The actual real mill was right over here, but it washed away in a flood. But that right there is the exact replica built from pictures, and you can look it up on Wiki and whatnot. It's pretty cool. And so they discover gold. John wants to keep it a secret because he still wants his agricultural empire. And, like an idiot, if gold's laying around, nobody's just going to sit and work at your lumber mill and they can just walk over to the river and pick up gold. which they do. And there was a guy around here named Brannon at the time. He picks a bunch of gold, throws it in a vial, and hightails it back to San Francisco. Now, San Francisco in 1846 only had 200 people in it. So he goes over there with this gold. He buys every pick, axe, shovel, pan he can get his hands on. He was pretty smart. And walks around the streets just yelling, "Gold! Gold found in the American River!" And just sets off a storm. Like I said, 200 people in 1846 in San Francisco. 6 years later, there were 36,000. And that was just San Francisco. Hundreds of thousands of people came to the state. It was insane. And of course, if you were here at the beginning, you got very wealthy. You could literally go over to the river, dig a few feet, and just pick up nuggets. There were stories of people picking up, 20, 30 ounces a day. An ounce of gold today in the U.S. costs roughly 1,300 American dollars. Who knows back then? So you can get a picture. Because in the first 5 years of this gold rush, 12 million ounces were taken out of these hills across the state. It was impressive. It put California on the map. And so that was the funny thing. That was another curious part of it. A really cool part, actually, that helped was gold was discovered here January 24th, 1848. 2 weeks later, the Mexican-American War ends, and California is part of the United States. It's not officially a territory yet. It's under a military occupation, but it's part of the U.S. now. So that's a very unique situation because there's no government, no fees, no licenses, no taxes. You can just walk up, pick up gold, put it in your pocket, walk away, and no taxes. It's yours. Done. It was amazing. So if you were here early, you did get very wealthy. It was very easy. Mostly, the merchants are the people who got wealthy out of this because, for everyone that came, most people left with very little more wealth or ended up owing money. What else can I tell you about this really cool time? One sad part about all of it, though, was the Native American population. That's better. Back in 1845, there was an estimated more than 150,000 Native Americans in the state, and by 1870, that population was down to under 30,000. It was pretty bad. I'm not going to say government-sanctioned genocide, but it was probably right below that. I mean, the government paid you for Indian scalps. You could shoot them. There was a lot of killings. You could take the women and children as slaves or use them as currency. It was pretty brutal. So I can understand why the Native American population is upset over that, and they should be. And America's hypocrites. People talk about how bad the Holocaust was, but what they did to the Native Americans in this state and in this country, it was pretty horrible. But you don't read about it in the history books. I wonder why. The gold was discovered in 1848. 2 years later, California became a state because, nothing moves government like money. Nothing at all. I mean, look at Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's been a U.S. territory since, I think, 1898, and they still can't even vote. They can't vote for the president. I think they have some kind of local government, but, they are what they are because America allows them. No one cares. There were some good things coming out of it. I mean, the infrastructure in this country developed because of the gold rush, the Transcontinental Railroad, a lot of famous merchants that you know today. Levi Strauss, he got his beginning in 1853 in San Francisco selling jeans to the miners and eventually started using denim. A lot of people at Crocker. It was a very amazing time. I'm going to try and go back over the river and just show you the river really quick. Woo! That is awesome. There are a lot of cool things to see around here, though. Alright, I'm just going to go. Turn signal's good. Alright, so there's the mill. I think I passed it. I was going to show you Sutter's house. Right there you can actually pan for gold. You can still pan for gold in this area today. Right up here on the river, I'm going to show you on the left, there's a panning area. This is the American River. Beautiful river. You can camp and pan. If you look down there, there's people in the river. Inner tubing. It's awesome. I'm gonna do a quick U-turn and head back. Hope you found this semi-informative. Ooh, hello, beautiful. Hello. Alright, let's go around. I think we're safe. Ah! I'm in the dirt! I'm in the dirt! I'm gonna die! Sorry about that, looking for cars, not watching where I'm going. And at low speed, that's how you fall over. So don't do that, kids. There's the other side of the river. As awesome as it is. Alright. This is a one-lane bridge. They're waiting on me, let's get going. And up ahead, you can, I know there's a museum. You can see Sutter and Marshall's home. There's an abandoned jail around here. It's pretty cool. You can have a nice day. Anyway, hope you all have a great weekend. Have a great week. Like I said, give me ideas if you want me to talk about anything. I will talk more about motorcycles. This was an odd conversation, but it's cool if you like history, which I do. And thank you for staying around this long. Have a great day and catch you next time.